Sorry, gamers. I was taking a fat dump. How's it going? How's it hanging? Saturday, 1 p.m. Easternish. I'm gonna get going with the computer and see what we can do. I think so. See if we can't get this going. A little bit. Oh boy. Oh, computer. Come on, ThinkPad. Pick it up. Okay. Put something on screen. Here we go. Alright, it is 12/13/2025, 13 o'clock, 7 minutes and something seconds. Alright, there we go. Getting this computer. Making the computer do things. Getting this cat out of trouble. Oh boy. So I was I had Burger King for breakfast today, and once again I got a bag with the weird bootleg looking SpongeBob on it, with the weird bag colors.
Welcome to Windows 98.
And I don't know why.
Why are you still using Windows 98? What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
I don't know why he has to be on all my Burger King, but he is. Oops, bring that audio down. Holy moly. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So I was watching a few minutes, a little bit of... I was watching somebody else's commentary of the Game Awards from earlier this week. Well, I didn't get to see the whole thing. I got to see a few minutes of it, of the start, of someone else commenting over the Game Awards, because there was no way I was going to watch that, like, fucking dry, you know what I mean? And... like, there was one point where, like, someone, you know, came on stage to accept some award, and they were, like... I don't know what was going on with them. They were, like, half hyperventilating. I don't know if they were, like, freaking out about being on stage in front of a bunch of people, or if they were, like, freaking out over winning an award, but it's, like, literally a few minutes ago, literally a few minutes before you got on stage, Miss Piggy was there sucking Jeff off, and then they showed, like, a 2-minute long trailer of somebody just being burnt alive, because apparently, you know, game devs are just snuff filmmakers these days. It's like, you have no reason to hyperventilate. You are on, like, this... You are on the most absurd shit show that's ever existed. Like... Like, the floor is way down there. No reason to hyperventilate. Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, I think we were working on finalizing Albert here. I believe what we did is he can move around, his shield can block things, he can take damage and die, but I believe his missiles don't actually hurt yet. Yeah, the missiles just fly through us, so we need to make the missiles hurt us. But yeah, like, I only saw a few minutes of it, but it's like, why is the majority of this video game trailer for this completely forgettable game that nobody's gonna give a shit about just them burning some man alive? How is this supposed to make me want to play this video game? Like, yes, I've always wanted to burn a man to death and watch them scream. This really speaks to me. I cannot wait to play this one. It's Larian? If that's what Larian is into, then I'm glad I've not played any of their fucking games. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we need to copy some of this bullet code onto, onto the missiles. It's gonna be a little tricky. Because we also got to consider being able to barrel roll them. Which is a little stinky, but I think we're gonna do it. But yeah, that's what modern, like, people who play video games like. It's like, you can have video games. I'm good. Fucking good. Enjoy your weird snuff film. Health border, ultimate value A equals 0. And I'm not going to pretend like all the games that I enjoy are wholesome. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But I can't think of any game I enjoyed that had an entire debut trailer of just somebody burning to death. Look at this great time we're having. Okay, we're going to do this slightly differently. Oops, I was wrong. Okay. It's stinky, but this is going to help us get it done. We need one more step to make this easier. I know this is a little difficult on the eyes, but I need to be able to copy things over a little more easily. So let's... one more tweak, just while we're working on this. 102 4x7 68. Okay, now we can copy down our settings here. So, all these fuckers down here, and we will change the contents over. And for these as well. Oh, I can barely see. Okay, now we set things back so we can actually see shit. But yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to mention, like, I don't believe in announcing a video game more than 1.5 years before the release date. Like what the fuck is up with that? Like, just wait until the game is, like, in existence. Wait until, like, you're almost done. Like, how long has it been since The Elder Scrolls 6? Like, didn't Todd just announce that because they were worried about some other product they released that wasn't doing too well? Isn't that what happened with that? I don't remember the details. Garfield. Was it a Starfield thing? It might have been. Play the Tom scream. Okay. Blink him every 5 stinky seconds. What else are we doing then? Set ultra value A of the health border to 50. Oops. Destroy the object, of course. It's gonna be down here. And subtract from the counter. Okay. And then for these two is where things get a little more tricky. So hitting it with the barrel roll puts the bullet into deflect mode. Now let's see. So ultra value A is the what's it? The direction. B is the mode it's in. So we should just need to piggyback onto B. Let's update this so it only gets changed B to 1 if B currently equals 0. Okay, so here we're going to replace this with B. So the missile should only hurt Arthur if B is less or equal to 1. Everything here, less or equal to 1. Good. Okay. And then if we barrel roll into it, it's going to set B to 2, which will represent it fucking off. Or 3, I guess. We can do 3 for the other direction, whatever. Also, I like half saw the new game by the braid guy, and through what I saw in the corner of my eye, my only thought was, isn't this just the Super Nintendo Goof Troop game? Your new your first big game was just Mario, except Soulja Boy makes fun of you. Your second big game is just Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo. Like, wow, you're such a prolific fucking game dev. Holy moly. Oh, Lord. I don't know. I'll probably go back and watch the rest of it later, but for now it's just like, yep, this is exactly what I expected. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there actually enjoying it, you know, and getting excited for soulless fucking shooter game 16. So good for them. I recognize it's not for me, so I'm just gonna continue with it not being for me. Okay, let's see if we can barrel roll the things. Looks like they're going in the wrong direction, but it is working. Okay, so we have to just flip around the these two. So this should be 3, and this should be 2. Okay, good. We can barrel roll them away. And still get damaged by them. Yep, those seem to be working. Good. Albert is functionally complete. Save before we lose anything. Now we just have to actually include him in our little level spawning setup. Close the control panel. There we go. There was one thing I was thinking while I was watching. Some random, like, overly cinematic trailer with zero gameplay in it, it would be really funny if some game publisher with way too much money on their hands hired a team to put together a game and game trailer to be released at the next year's Game Awards. And the entire trailer is just perfectly crafted to trick you into thinking it's Half-Life 3, but at the end it's not. But like it'll start with some cinematic like view of like a camera moving through like a destroyed like science facility, and then the camera pans over like some like dilapidated like European town, and then the camera goes to like the Antarctic seas with a big like icebreaker ship crashing into an iceberg. And then the camera suddenly switches to showing behind a door. And suddenly you see something smashing against the door. It's smashing. And then a hole breaks through the door and it's a crowbar. And after the crowbar breaks through the door, whoever's holding the crowbar, kicks the door down. And then they step into the light. And it's like a guy with like just a big yellow smiley face, and then it cuts to a shot of the title of the game, and it's just like, haha, gotcha, lol, coming 2027 or something. And it's just a big waste of money that they put all this together just to piss people off. Like, people have wasted more money on shit that's much less, useful to humanity. Why not? It would at least be funny. It would be the funniest possible thing. Oh, Lord. I think it would be funny. I think it would. I think I got the scale slightly wrong when I resized this back. That might be better. Okay, start of level, we want to make sure we're destroying Albert and his shield. And we're going to want to spawn him in during the stage. So let's pop in, go through the stage as it is, see where the timer ends up, and then that's where we'll spawn in Albert. Oh, careful. Alright, here we go. I'm being a little too cautious around the toasts that they're shooting. Okay, there's a Luigi wave. Oh boy. Okay. I think it's gonna be like around 55, it should be okay to spawn in an Albert, I think. Dog is here. Dog has been deposited into my room. Okay, 55, it seems like a good time to bring in Albert. And we can have, like, Binky or someone say, "Whoa, here comes a big one!" Alright, let's see. Where is the timer? So, it's... when stage controller equals number, run the event once. That's how we've been doing it. Okay, I can do that. I think we said 55. Spawn in our big boy. No, not there. Right here. 316 minus 62. We can do that. And hopefully he actually comes in. I don't remember if we have any code to make him come in when he's off screen. Now that I think of it. Now that I think of it, that might be an issue. Let me check him. Sorry. Checking message. Okay. Alright, let's see. Don't think he has any code. No. Okay, so let's pop in some quick code to make him, you know, slide on in if he's off screen. So, if his Y position is less than 0, then we'll make him come downward. And hopefully that works. Toby, stop it. He's upset because Cinco's taking a shower and Toby wanted to lazily lay in her lap all day. Let's see. Okay, let's see if he properly appears when we hit 55. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Oh god, ooh. It's funny how it catches up. And suddenly, like, the text boxes kind of get smushed against each other in terms of timing. I also really like how when the wingmen come in to shoot, most of the time they don't really help too much at all, and most of their shots miss. Much like in, you know, actual Star Fox 64. So I'd call that a good, accurate representation. Okay, so he should be coming in around now. There he is. Oop, careful. Okay, good. So we need a text box for, whoa, here comes a big one. Okay, so let's go back into Photoshop. Oh boy. Sorry, on my way home from picking up the little girl, I had a large Fanta orange from McDonald's. Now my stomach's all full of bubbles. Oh, I think I'm dying of, like, super diabetes. Let's see, text box. Alright. his spacebar. All right. I'm forgetting. Shit, I'm forgetting how to play the video game. Text box, here we go. No, not text box, just text. There we go. So it's going to be right up here. Let me check what the hotspot is. -3, -5. Okay. -3, -5. You think that when Jeff Keighley calls like Disney every year to be like, hey, can you have one of the Muppets show up for our video game awards? You know, the guys on the other end are like, oh god, this fucker's calling again. Hey, can one of y'all grab your puppet and get over there just so he'll leave us the fuck alone? Who's available this year? Who's available? You. Yeah, you holding the Swedish chef. Go to fucking Los Angeles. Because I can't imagine it goes any other way. Like, the question is, who is Jeff's contact at Disney that allows him to get the Muppet? Who is the contact? I'm genuinely curious. The poor sap who has to put up with him. Okay, let's see. Which guy do we want to say the line? It could be Binky. There we go. Alright. What's the P button do? A P button kicks us ahead to time of 30, so maybe we'll press that when we're testing out this dialogue. 30. Yep, brings us back up here. Let's see if the dialogue is correct. There we go. Good. Then about 64, we can have the next wave come in. Okay. We're making some progress. We've got a good enemy. Now let's figure out a way to stall development. No, let's just keep going. Now, one problem we're having right now is I don't believe the code can tolerate more than one Alberts on screen because the shield is going to get confused. And another thing is, if we just run the game, like in Star Fox 64, you know, if there's enemies on screen, eventually those enemies fuck off. Like they fly off behind you if you don't kill them. we don't have anything like that in place here. So if we just kind of fly here, and we don't shoot the enemies are going to keep piling up. I mean, our wingmen are going to get a few pot shots off, as you can see, but other than that, they're going to just keep piling up on screen. The Luigis, at least, the Luigis are programmed to leave because of their, you know, their pattern. But as you can see, the fish are just hanging around. A few of them might disappear thanks to the wingmen. Then eventually, you know, that's going to be a problem if more than one Albert ends up here. It might be okay to do nothing about the fish, because you should be able to take care of them on your own, but we need programming for Albert to eventually fuck off. So that we don't have issues with, you know, 2 Alberts. So let's take a look at Albert's code. Okay. Alterable value A is his health. We know that. Wait, are we not using any other of his alterable values? That's really really? We got away without using any other alterable values on them? That's so weird. I could have sworn we used a bunch of them on him, but I guess no, we just put them all to his missiles and shit. Okay. I mean, that makes things even easier. So let's put in something to make him eventually fuck off. So we need to just set up a timer to add to a value of his when he's on screen. So we can either tack it on here every 24 milliseconds, or we can tack it on here where it happens every 3 seconds. The 3 seconds one might be a little easier to kind of, you know, work with. So let's say whenever he fires a missile, he also adds 1 to his alterable value B. Alright. Then, when alterable value B equals a certain number, I don't know which one is going to be good, let's say greater or equal than 4. Then we're going to have him, you know, move towards the bottom of the screen. So let's see how that'll work. Oops, hold on, wrong debug key. Alright, get through this wave, then we're going to take care of the Alberts. Right, so we're going to see what Albert does. If we don't shoot him, we just let him do his thing. How long does it take him to leave? 1, 2, 3. Now 3 might be better than 4. Okay, yep, see. Then he goes in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He got stuck. Almost worked. Almost. So 2 things. Let's change it to 3, because 4 is a little too long. So we want to change the leaves the play area to not happen when he's leaving the bottom. Okay, now do we have code to destroy him when he's off screen? We have code to destroy him when he dies. But we don't have code to destroy him when he's off screen. Okay, no problem. So if his Y position is greater than, I don't know, 500. Maybe then we can destroy him. It's chugging a little bit because we're a little low on RAM, thanks to Photoshop being open in the background. Okay, so theoretically, Albert should take 5 shots and then force himself off the bottom of the screen. 5 shots. 3 shots. I don't know why I said 5. Yeah, now he's forcing himself off the bottom of the screen while still taking a few shots. Yeah. So we can increase the number because he kind of disappeared a little early, but that's working. How about like 520? I don't know. I was thinking about Todd's quote-unquote dilemma that I've completely made up in my head, and it's not actually a dilemma that they're having over there, about how they're taking a while to make the Elder Scrolls 6, and Starfield was a complete flop, so they have a big kind of gap in their releases because no one's playing Starfield, and at the same time their Fallout, you know, streaming service TV show is kind of successful. And I thought, how can Todd solve this issue where they're only able to make one big game at a time? They have 2 franchises that are hotly anticipated, and that he can't do them both at the same time. Here's the solution. Here is the solution. Todd lets them make the Elder Scrolls 6, but he has the people in charge of the graphical assets and in charge of the dialogue, audio, make/record 2 versions of every asset. Like for example, for the weapons, like there'll be one version of like the sword that's just an Elder Scrolls sword, but then force the artists to make an alternate version that's a pair of scissors. You know, there'll be one version of the asset that's a crossbow, have them make another version that's a shotgun. And what they can do is they can just make it so they release the game and it's not just Elder Scrolls 6. It's Elder Scrolls 6 / Fallout 5. And you can play the game. And at any time during you playing the game, you press a button on your controller, and the game switches assets over from Elder Scrolls to Fallout. And suddenly you're playing the exact same game with the exact same, you know, world layout and general quest structure, etc. But suddenly it switches the skin over to Fallout. You know, like imagine you're walking up to like a Daedric a tower, and you know, a Dremora runs up to you and it's like, "Halt, mortal! You cannot enter!" And then you press the button, and suddenly he's a ghoul, and he's like, "Hey there, Toots! You better not walk in onto our radio tower here. We're in the middle of broadcasting." And then you press the button again. "We are sending out a psychic message to the entirety of Tamriel." And it just works. It just works. It's genius. It's brilliant. How could it fail? 2 games in 1. Everyone gets what they want and they're happy. Brilliant. See, Todd, these are the ideas you're missing out on when you have your security guards ban me from the premises. Oh, Lord. Sorry. Got distracted by a dog. Okay. So let's see. Let me update our debug key. Spawn us in. Oops, not like that. Spawn us in closer to Albert so we can continue dicking around with this. Let's have it go to 43. Want to see the timing on Albert leaving. Oh god, right. If you spawn in Wingman too early, the script kind of breaks a little bit. Okay, so now Albert comes in, and I'm not gonna shoot him. I want to see how long it takes for him to fuck off on his own, because that'll be how long we need to wait before we spawn in another wave. Okay, 70. 70 is a good time to spawn in another wave. I mean, technically, in between that, we have a wave of not Albert things coming in. But if we want to do another Albert, it has to wait. Shingo, I don't think that's what happened to that guy's house. I don't. That's what happened in the mountains. His house got flooded in the mountain. In the mountains. Okay. Yes. This is. Oh. This is ThinkPad. ThinkPad. Oh. Okay. He lived in a lake in a mountain that caught on fire. The whole lake caught on fire. Okay, so what we can do here is, while Albert is doing his thing, we can spawn in a small wave of fish or the Ouijas or something. At 60, so it's not too easy. Okay. Let's get like a couple of fish up in here. And why not some Luigi's too? Just to spice things up a touch. Oops. Don't fuck it up. Okay, so let's wait to see what happens. Okay, so Albert is here. We can shoot at him. And then we should get, yep, a wave of little enemies to further complicate things. Then at 70, we could, oops, see, we gotta fix the bullets getting stuck, but we'll worry about it later. At 70, we can theoretically have another Albert if we wanted. Or we could do more waves of these fish fuckers. How do we want to do this? Let's see. Something we have to consider. How long actually is a stage in Star Fox 64? Let's see if I can look this up. Star Fox 64. I guess I'll look for a long play and kind of divide it up, because Star Fox 64 is a short game. Like if I search Star Fox 64 Corneria is about 5 minutes long. Okay, let me look up a map. I don't remember the names of all the planets. Okay, here's a map. Go to Medio. Medio appears to be... It's a little hard to tell. There's not as many videos of Medio here. Oops. Medio looks like it's approximately 7 minutes long. What's Sector Y? Sector Y looks to be about 6-ish. Okay, so I'd say... "5 minutes seems like an okay time to shoot for. You know, not including the boss, or maybe including the boss, I don't know. But 5 minutes seems like an okay time to shoot for. For the stage, because you gotta consider how long do the rest of these stages take. Like when you do the, you know, the whole stage leading up to the boss. That can take a while. And if we go in here and look what we have so far, we have approximately 1 minute of gameplay right now. Which means we would just have to do 5 times the length we got. Now, it doesn't all have to be, you know, confined to what we have here with the fish and stuff. We could change things up and, like, have, you know, have it switch to a different frame partway through if we want to change the landscape up a bit. Have us pop out of the water. Like, say, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes in. Albert, he's actually pretty easy to defeat. You just have to spam him. Like, bam, he's gone before you even got to do anything. And just like that, yeah, like I said, we're at just over a minute. So the way I see it was we could do a few more combinations of these underwater enemies. Maybe throw in a new, like, thing that can come in or two. And once we're at approximately 2.5-ish minutes, maybe we can change the scenery to someplace else if we wanted, you know, if we can't think of anything more. Maybe give Albert more health. We could do that. This is probably fine. Where is he? There he is. Right now his health is 5. Maybe we'll try like 10. He is Albert. I feel like I'm unconsciously calling him other names without realizing it, and no one's calling me out on it. Like, I just almost called him Alf. Alfbert. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, like, I should not have drank that large Fanta. It's actually just, like, fucking up my stomach right now. Okay, what can we do to kind of shake things up a little? Other than just another wave of enemies. I mean, we can go ahead and do another wave of enemies, you know. pad things out, but then after that I kind of want to introduce another thing. Let's spawn in another wave real quick. We can have a bunch of Luigis. It'll come in at 70. I kind of want there to be something on screen that you have to, like, physically move Arthur away from. Like the underwater equivalent of a big, like, you know, asteroid tumbling around, and you just have to get out of its way. Logs. I don't think logs would be in the ocean. Have a big octopus tentacle. That's possible, you know, it's like stretching across and you gotta like zip across. Yeah, okay, I like that, Warp Track, let's do that. Big octopus tentacle, let's see. Oh, 640 by 480. Just a big ass tentacle. Okay, let's see. Good, that's a good one. Alright, there we go. Now we just gotta fill it in with a few details. Add a bow to the tentacle so you know it's female. Why? What does that have to do with anything? Let's just get some basic coloring in. Just to have it kind of be two-toned. Oop, I don't like how that ended back here. Let me adjust this a little bit. Don't like how that was ending. Try it again. Kind of like that. There we go. Okay. And then we can draw some suckers on there. Semicircles for not that small, you dope. I'm having trouble. This fucking mouse is making me I'm kind of crazy. Go. A whole bunch of suckers on here. I don't like the shape of that one. Better. Oops. Go. Just drawing them circles. Hold on. It's a little outside the line. Oop, and I fucked it up by fixing it. That's better. And as we approach the end, a little good. They get a little great. Okay, so we'll give it a slightly lighter color on the inside, and I mean we're gonna like, you know, it's not gonna be this shade. We're gonna recolor shit once it's inside of Click and Play, according to its own palette. Place the black with a different shade. Okay, and once we're in Click and Play, we're gonna give this a proper palette.
Holy crap!
There we go. Save before we bring it in. Uh-oh. Oh god. Alright, so. Let's give the outside kind of a dark color going to it. I want to replace the sucker color here, definitely. Like that. Maybe something a little more purpley there. Lighter, darker. Okay, good. Okay, like the hotspot, that's just probably going to be off somewhere on the other end. Like down here. So it can kind of like smoothly like pop up on screen, like it'll slide in so you have some time to get out of the way, and there can be some enemies spawned in at the same time. Tentacle. Toby, quit your complaining. Like your life is so miserable. Thinking about the hotspot now, because if we have it at this end, then when this guy starts on screen, his hotspot is technically going to be way off over there. So actually, I think we want the hotspot to be at the tip. Otherwise, we're going to have trouble. Hey Siri, what's 147 divided by 2?
147 divided by 2 is 73.5.
73 point. Fuck yourself. What a stupid number. I bet it's not even a prime number. Okay, so for testing, let's kind of stick it up here and give it some basic code. Why can't she just give me the result? Because Apple stinky. Bad stink. Okay, so let's get some basic code in for here. So if the tentacle is facing to the left, and for now we will just make it so that is the default direction. And let's say the X position is less than... We'll have to play with this until we figure it out. We'll try 128. And we don't want less than 120, we want more than 128, actually. Then we will have it move on in. Okay, so we'll start with that, and then we'll add in the verticality as well. Okay, let's... Rather than 6, rather than 8, let's try 6. I feel like that was just a touch fast. Okay, that's a better speed, I think. We also wanted to kind of move downward, which won't be an issue. Its Y position is less than, I don't even know, 640, just to make sure when we're on screen. Then we'll have it move downward as well. Try 4, and we'll adjust as needed. 4 might be too fast because it doesn't even show up on screen long enough for it to be an obstacle. Let's try 2. Let's try 1. We want it to be a proper annoyance. Part of me feels like even 1... I wish I had something between 1 and 2. Okay, alternative. Let's have the tentacle move in horizontally faster, and allow it to move vertically faster as well. Q. Q's not a number. Let's see how that looks. You know what? A little faster. Just a little faster. And one more thing. Rather than having it start up here, let's have it start, you know, off screen a little bit. There. And every once in a while we can have one from the other end. Kind of counter it. That should work. Alright. Let's kind of experiment by putting another one over here. Just a little higher up. And we only want the X position for it moving to start happening when it's low down enough for it to actually make sense. So let's say we also want to check to make sure that the Y position is greater than... I don't know. We'll have to play with it a bit. might be okay. Let's fix the other guy. So, if this tentacle is off screen, how am I going to do this? And its X position is less than 240. Then we'll make it look in the other direction. Alright, then we'll clone this guy. For the opposite direction. Hey Siri, what's 480 minus 128?
480 minus 128 is 352.
Why can't you just give me the answer directly without repeating the shit to me? You're right. I never noticed how annoying that was until you pointed it out. Okay. Let's see if that works. Okay, we have to adjust the X that it uses, but yeah, that seems to work. Try that. Why does it stop so early? That's weird, right? $640. I calculated wrong. Siri, what's 640 minus 128?
640 minus 128 is 512.
That's better. Okay. So, I kind of feel like the tip of the tentacle should almost be pointing up less to be more straightforward. Because otherwise it's actually a little difficult to dodge it. Like, overly difficult. Let me set up. I want it to go this far. So where the tip should end. Let's do one of these. I'll kind of redraw the very end of the tentacle. Your 4-year-old is with you now? Let your 4-year-old know that until they beat Super Mario World, they will not be a real gamer. Just let them know that is the requirement to being a real gamer. Okay, here we go. Oops, damn it, I keep missing. It's actually less wiggly and more pointy. This. Toby, quit whining. This dog acts like it's the worst thing in the world. You'd lock in this room with me. I don't like that curve right there. Let's try this again. I kind of like that, but I want this bit to be pointier. What the fuck? A little too angled. Bring it like that. There we go. And redo the suckers. Okay, that should produce a better shape for what we're doing here. Let's try this again. And we have the hot spot basically in the middle here, so we'll just get one of these, shrink it down, center this hot spot. I'm so annoyed now, but by fully being aware of how Siri so slowly feeds you back the calculation, I'm actually just going to pull up a calculator. God, Siri's the worst. Oops, I fucked that up. Let's kind of copy the palette from here since we already liked it. Ew. Right. Purple? Different? It's not. Okay. Then we want the inner color. Turn off the hot spot so I can focus. And then the sucker color. Okay. So now it should be a little better for the ends. There we go. Okay, so that makes more sense. So I figure the way that these can work is when you smack into them, it can, it can do damage to you, a little more than bullets do. I kind of wanted to push you back a little bit, but I don't really have anything programmed in to push you back, so maybe. Maybe. Let's save and see what we can do. So first things first, we needed to damage us. So let's look at the missile. The missile knows where it is, because it knows where it isn't. It's overlapping Arthur. We don't have to draw the box because it's not going to be focusing on his inner box. And also the way that this works comparing to the hotspot, it's not going to be compatible with this. So we want the health border to equal 0. Just do it manually. There's the health border. Health border value A equals 0. Barrel roll controller. Well, in this case, the barrel roll isn't going to help you. Barrel roll will still, barrel roll isn't going to protect you from it, so it should be okay to ignore the barrel roll. Okay, so it plays a damage sound, and it's going to blink Arthur. Okay. And then let's check the other shit it's got to do. Set alterable value A to 50. And subtract. So rather than just 5, we might even do 15. Let's see how that goes. And you know what? I do kind of want to see if maybe we can make it push Arthur down a bit. So let's say if the tentacle is overlapping Arthur and alterable value A is greater than 0, which means he's already taking damage, then let's try to push Arthur downwards. Just a little bit. Give it a sec, give it a sec. Okay. It does push you down, but you can also push through it by holding up. It's a bit annoying. It damages too, but I kind of want to also push. The problem is that your control overrides the push pretty hard. Now, I guess we could counter that by temporarily disabling Arthur's controls. I don't really want it to do that. Maybe it's just okay that it does this. Because if you just because there's not a lot of room that you can actually move down there. Also, how about this? Just as a test, if Arthur collides with Tentacle, movement, bounce, what would that do? Oh, okay, bounce is actually fucking us up in a way that I kind of want it to work. That might actually work, because it's actually preventing us from going through it. Okay, that's good. So you definitely don't want to get caught behind the tentacles, because once you actually get hit, you actually end up in a position where you're going to take a lot more damage. So that works. That's good. I like that. Okay, that was a good addition. Let's make sure we're destroying them at the start of the level so we can spawn them in. And do we have code to destroy them when they're... We do. No, we don't. Or do we? We need code to make sure they get destroyed when they're off screen. Let's say if Y position is greater than 640, we'll destroy them. Okay. So we don't need 2 of them. We only need 1 set aside for the sake of having the object exist. Let's destroy the second one. We're already destroying them at the start of the stage, so we don't have to worry about cleaning that one up. Good. Okay, good. So that's another piece we can use in our arsenal here. So let's say we spawn in. Let's introduce it. We're going to introduce the tentacle in a less threatening way, where there's just 1 on screen. And then we'll start being a little more mean with it. Let's say, how about at 74? 74 might be too soon, but we'll experiment with it and see what happens. I kind of know what you mean, Warp Direct. We can probably do something like that to make it so it only goes a certain amount. Yeah, we can experiment with that. Okay, so let's test to see how it looks if it comes in at 74. Okay. So Albert's going to take a few more shots now that we upped his health. Good. Another wave is going to come in, and then we're also going to get an arm right now. Okay. Yeah, Arthur just bounced off of it. I know why he bounced off. It's because we have the collision event bouncing him off before he can overlap. Interesting. Toby! You're acting like it's the worst thing in the world that you're in this room with me and Cinco is not in the room with you. What's wrong with you? Get over it. Ridiculous. What can we do about this? We could put in a thing to check to see if Arthur's already blinking, but I feel like it's not going to get triggered if we're already overlapping. I don't know, it's a little hard to explain. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. It's actually a little difficult to kill Albert now. We might want to turn his health down just a touch. Okay, that's a little better. What if we set Albert's health to like 7 instead of 10? Toby, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. This very sad boy is so sad that he's locked in this room with me. He is so sad. And not glad. A boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo. 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 Okay. Let me check the camera for the little girl. See what she's up to, because she should be waking up from her nap. She's still sleeping. What a lazy girl. Ugh. Gamers, I'm starting to think that McDonald's like put like gonorrhea in my Fanta because like I'm feeling like fucking shit. Ugh. Damn. What is wrong with me? Ugh. See if I can wake her up. Little girl, it's time to wake up from your sleep. Little girl. No, don't curl up into a little ball. Wake up. Get up. You lazy girl. Get up. Get the heck up. I see you. I see you just rolling around. Your eyes closed. Get up. What do you think you're doing? You've had enough sleep. No more sleep. Stop your sleep. End sleep. No more sleeping. Open. Open eyes. Open eyes. Quit sleeping. No. Oh, hopefully we've annoyed her enough that she'll wake up. Alright, okay, I kind of do want to implement a tentacle that can only come part way on screen instead of the whole way. So we might do it the same way we've been doing a few other things. With the modulus operator. So we can do it based on where they spawn in. Modulus of its X position. Let's see. That way if it's on an even, it goes all the way. If it's in an odd, it goes halfway. Sorry, I'm just in my head. I'm trying to think of something. Should be an okay way to do it. That should be an okay way to do it. Okay, so where's our tentacle guy? So I don't think we're using any of his alterable values. So it should be okay to use some now. So if tentacle's alterable value A equals 0, and let's actually go up to the always because we need to set B to X position mod 2, I think. I think that's how we're doing it, right? Yep, mod 2. Okay. So, if tentacle value B equals 0, and another one for if it's greater than 0. So, if it equals 0, we'll set A to 1, and if it's greater than 0, we'll set A to 2. Oops. Good. So if it's 1, it goes all the way. If it's 2, it'll go halfway, I think. We'll add the extra condition of value A equals 1. Then we just have to copy these. things a little easier. Let's drag these babies towards the top. So it's sorted in a more logical way. And I'm going to drag these guys down so that I can deal with them a little bit better. Good. Okay. Alright. So, when it's 2, which means it's odd, rather than checking for 128, let's see, 420, 240? If X position is greater than 128. Yeah, 240 should probably be fine, I think. We'll figure it out. And this guy. Facing to the right. .240 as well. Okay, so when we're spawning these guys in, where is their value? Where are we putting them? 41. Okay, 641 is odd, so they should only come in halfway. In fact, let's spawn in. No, let's just test this as is. So this tentacle should only come in halfway, I think. I think. I'm a little uncertain. I'm not sure how to feel about Albert's health. 7 almost seems too low. Maybe we can try 8. Okay, tentacle should come in. Now? Halfway. Well, a little more than halfway, but we can tweak it back a bit. I know why. It's because, once again, I was thinking 480 instead of 640. So actually, this should be 320. Then it'll actually be halfway. Gamers, what if McDonald's poisoned my Fanta because they were annoyed that I only ordered a soda with no food? I did not order the Grinch meal because I don't hate myself enough, but... Okay, that's better for an introduction, I think. And when it comes in, we can have someone else say, like, something about the tentacle coming in. But what? My hat fall down. Oh, heck. So I always have my hat on the last little, hole on the adjuster. The adjustment thing, but look, well, you can't really see it, but there's a crack in the plastic there now. That last hole, it doesn't hold no more. Broke my hat. Ugh. Broke my hat. Broke my hat. Okay, we can have the brain say some obnoxious science shit, I think. How do you spell cephalopod? What a dumb word. Cephalopod. There we go. That sounds like some obnoxious shit a fake smart character would say. Toby, you stopped whining a second ago. Why are you so upset? Did this baby wake up? Or did she go back to sleep? She went back to sleep! Little girl, stop sleeping! Wake up, you lazy bone! Get the heck up! Get up! Stop, sleepy! No! How can she be so lazy? Okay. Got the text in here. What's the hotspot again? -3, -5. -3, -5. Okay, and then which slot is the brain? 3rd/4th. Okay. Lost my timer. There it is. So the next one up here pops to the next slot, and we correct this guy. Alright, so now we should get a warning from the brain as well. Come on. Oh, we're waiting. Did she finish sleeping? Oh, God damn it. Babbity ba 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 ba. Yep, there it comes. Good, okay. And then what we can do is we can start spawning in small waves of enemies with some more tentacles to break it up. We can have another one coming from the left, we can have a longer one, and we can do some quick kind of maneuvering you have to do. So that will be a good set right there. Save. This little girl is so lazy. Let's see. Maybe it's 78. We'll bring in another. A few fish toasts. To distract from the tentacle we're going to bring in. At 80. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring in a long tentacle from the other side. So if we do 4, that should be a long tentacle because it's even. Let me adjust the P button to bring us closer to, what's his name? Fat Albert. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on a second. The in-laws are coming to see the little girl. I need to let them in. Give me a few minutes. I will be back. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to, get the little girl situated. Okay, let's do a few little final things for the day. What do we do here? Right, we want to test the tentacle, so let's go take a look at that. Bye, benign basil Bob. Have a good one. Enjoy your Greek food. Maybe tune in again next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Alright, let's see. Albert. Albert exists. And now let's look out for the tentacles. Okay, the first half tentacle should come now. Okay. Then there's going to be a wave of fish. And then we should get the second full tentacle. There it comes. There we go. Okay. See, I'm liking this so far. This is working. So we can have another, like, set of enemies spawn in. Since you're being forced to the right. That way it kind of has a groove going. That, and we'll have him be backed up by a fish toaster. We'll take a look, see how that looks. Now, one thing we haven't considered yet is placing in the Garfield phones, and I figure what we can do is, once we're generally happy with the, I forgot to press the P button to accelerate up here to 52. Once we're generally happy with the layout of the stage, we can try to work in where we're going to put the Garfield phones. I feel like the octopus arm should, like, block your shots as well, so we'll probably do that. Let's see. Charge shot, charge hyper shot. Okay, this won't be that hard. So, if shot collides with tentacle and stop displaying, we destroy it. If same thing but hyper shot is playing, destroy it. And then for the charge shots, we want to actually, you know, do the charge shot thing. Oops. And for the bomb, we want it to blow up. Now, of course, the you can't actually destroy the tentacles. That's just how this works. But we still need it to be affected by. You know, we still need the weapons to do what they're supposed to do. And it does make sense for them to block the shots, so you can't just shoot the enemies behind them as easily. Oh boy. Okay, Albert's on his way out, we'll ignore him. Tentacle to come in. Yep, there we go. See? It blocks the shots. Exactly what we want. And if I shoot a bomb at it, the bomb should detonate. It does. Good. Very good. This is working very well, I think. The tentacle arms were a great idea. Very good idea. Thank you for coming up with the idea. Very good. After more of the tentacle arms come out, I want Buster to say something along the lines of, "This is just like that weird anime video." I saw. By mistake. Oops. There we go. -3, -5. And we'll implement that next Saturday. Okay, so we are still making progress. Like, here's the thing, think about it. For Fat Albert, we spent the majority of last stream implementing Albert, and then the beginning of this stream actually making his attacks hurt you. We only spent maybe 2/3 of this stream implementing that octopus arm. So that was actually implemented pretty quickly compared to the other stuff we've been working on.
Goodbye, stupid. We've had a lot of fun on your crappy computer. Please don't ever come back.
There we go. So there you go. Not bad, you know. That was progress. Like, think about it. The timer for the stage, we're shooting for roughly 5 minutes to make it kind of Star Fox 64's one stage like. We're at, what, 80 seconds? So we're almost at a minute. We're approaching a minute and a half. So there you go. So we're making progress. We want roughly a 5-minute stage, and then we're going to do the boss. So we're doing good. We're doing good. We're not Simpsoning it. We are not Simpsoning it. Good. Neat. Great. Cool. Alright. So there we go. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It means a lot to me. Today's Saturday, right? Look at the calendar. Today's Saturday. Okay. So Tuesday, we're going to be doing some more Amazing Spider-Man 2. On Friday... Now, of course, we don't have a game scheduled to play on Friday since we just finished Tomb Raider 3. On Friday, I'm going to be... Friday night after work, I'm going to bring the little girl to my mom's house again. So, if I get home in time, we'll stream something. If I don't get home in time, it might be another stream from my car. Okay, tell you what. If I cannot get home in time to stream on Friday, I will try to order the Grinch meal. How does that sound? And I won't eat it until I'm streaming, and we can enjoy the Grinch meal together, okay? We'll see. If I don't get home in time on Friday, I'll order the Grinch meal, I'll eat it on stream, and it'll be weird. Very weird. The fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, thanks again for watching. Appreciate you all. Really do. I am going to... I'm going to look up remedies for orange Fanta poisoning. And try as many of them that I can that don't involve bodily fluids. And maybe some that do.